Hey, check out the newest word to be coined post-US election. It's white-lash, rhymes with white trash, and kind of sounds like an ivory-colored whip, doesn't it? But it's not. Rather, it's a word being used by some on the left to blame American Caucasians for, well, screwing up Hillary's coronation. This pithy quote comes courtesy of CNN's Van Jones, who was clearly devastated by the will of the American people. Trying to make sense of what happened on election night, Jones had this to say, quote, "People have talked about a miracle, but I'm hearing about a nightmare. This was a white-lash. This was a white-lash against a changing country. It was a white-lash against a black president in part, and that's the part where the pain comes," end quote. Now, Van's analysis is so flawed on so many levels. Where does one begin? Well, first of all, I'd argue that race had nothing to do with the election outcome. After all, Barack Obama won 2 terms in 2008 and 2012 in that very same predominantly white United States of America that supposedly spawned a white-lash this time around. If the white-lash factor were real, Obama never would have made it into the White House in the first place. As well, wasn't Donald Trump's opponent also Caucasian? So how can white people be accused of participating in a white-lash when Hillary Clinton is as white as Snow White? No, Van, I'd argue that the election result was all about people expressing disdain for elitism on so many levels. The electorate wanted an alternative, and they got it. Race, and for that matter, gender, was irrelevant if Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were white males, or to use progressive speak, if they identified as white males. I'd wager that Tuesday's result would have been the same. But there's a perverse irony here to Van's use of a racial term such as white-lash. And it's this. For years now, progressives and social justice warriors have campaigned to expunge terms from the lexicon that use the word black in a negative context. For example, black ball, black male, blacklist, black market, black sheep, and so on. You see, we're told such words manifest an unconscious and passive form of racism and thus should be avoided. How odd. After all, words like blacklist and blackball have absolutely nothing to do with race, yet the progressives tell us they should nevertheless be avoided in case some dimwit out there thinks these terms do indeed have something to do with race. But a word that is 100% racially based, such as white-lash, is okay because, hey, I guess there's a different benchmark when it comes to using a pejorative term that is directed at Caucasians, right? Wow, could this be part of the reason why Hillary lost? You know, a prevailing attitude that embraces double standards steeped in hypocrisy? I think so, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a deplorable honky that's pining for a white-lash. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Click below and subscribe to never miss a Rebel video.